Negative b. Thank you. Good morning. Welcome back. Close your laptops. You got paper to take notes on? Muchas gracias.
That was like really frightening. I had no idea what you're talking about.
Oh,
It really
all right.
just sounded like people on like the airline.
Okay. As a reminder, about an imaginary unit of I. Whenever we see the square root of -1, we just, instead of having to write all that every single time, we just call that I. And if you have two of those, as in I times I, then that actually becomes -1 because you're taking the square root of -1, you're squaring it, right? That just gives you -1. Questions on this slide? Please make sure that you know how to do that because if you don't, it's not good. It won't be fun. Yeah.
Could I ever be like cubed or?
Yes. Yeah, so there's actually, the pattern actually goes from the power of 1 up to 4, and then that's it. It just repeats itself. So let me go ahead and show you if you didn't get to see this before. Yay. So if I have this, that's just going to be I. That's a horrible I. If I do have two of them and I square them, it's like taking the square root of -1 and I'm squaring it. Therefore, that kind of cancels out and you get -1. Now, let's say you go I to the third. Well, you're taking the square root of -1 times the square root of -1 times the square root of -1, right? Well, these two, you already know from the previous example, are just going to become -1, right? So, and then you're going to have another square root of -1 left. So what we actually call this is going to be just I. Does that make sense to everyone there? Because two of them we know is a -1, and then the leftover I, you can't do anything with it. You just need one I there. Right? Okay, now, if I go I to the fourth, well, that's two of these, isn't it? So what's -1 times -1? +1. And that's it. You could go I to the fifth, but you know that four of them are going to just make a 1, right? And you'll have one I left over, which means that it's simply going to be I. So that becomes that. You go I to the sixth. Well, four of those are going to become a 1, and you're going to have two of those. So what's -1 times 1? It's -1 again. So that pattern simply repeats itself after every 4. Okay? This is what you want to know right here. Thank you for asking. You really got to hold on it. Turkey call. Okay. So here's one of the rules. For any positive real number b, then you can write the square root of -b as I radical b. Okay, so take a crack at those. Using that rule, see what you can do with those 4 examples. Shouldn't take too long. Try to simplify those with that same rule. You okay? Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Just your videos. Yesterday, I finished that study plan that I had to do a practice of 18 questions for. So the only one that I have left is the one that I inputted wrong. So I have to do that right.
He's joking all the time. You know, I don't know.
Talk to them.
don't answer yourself.
Well, that's true. Whoa. Man, yesterday, I was trying to walk through that little gap in 6th period, and I almost fell. Like, I think I probably destroyed a couple phones. But it was like, it looked like a spider web, swear to God, like all these chargers up and across, like what the hell?
I'm really heartbroken. Don't talk about me.
Okay,
It's
so,
now on my study plan. It's gonna be when I have to do a
I
physics
took
plan.
that. Let's see, how much you got for 25? What does that be?
You're behind me. I was looking for it.
That works, right? That gives me that back.
Come to school, I was
Okay. So what can I do with that?
That's how I feel.
Oh, I don't want, I just separated it. Why would I want to multiply by half? It's gonna give me that, right?
It's like lunchtime.
You know what this is?
Yeah.
I feel like you always have
What is
food.
that?
You're always eating. I am.
Yeah, I was looking at myself. Was that like that before?
Did you not take the one this time? Okay, so this shows up a lot in electronics. You know, we're gonna be doing that type of stuff. And instead of having to write this over and over, what we're gonna write it as is
This school?
you understand the other ones where they came from?
And he called me back last night. He called me back. I swear.
The other 4 rules I gave you.
Is that who you're talking to?
Do you need me to explain it? Okay. So, are we in agreement that this is kind of just the base? Whenever I see the second right, it's not right. Now let me ask you this question. What if I take I and multiply it by I? That gives me I squared, right? Using the variable. Right. So what does this mean? What it really means is I took the square root of -1 multiplied by the square root of -1. Which is technically,
I didn't. That's all you said.
technically, the square root of -1.
I didn't do anything, that's the thing.
Square root and square aren't the opposites of each other?
I said, even like in a small paragraph, and here, like,
Well, obviously.
but it was
Let's say I need
in,
to the third column.
it was,
If I went to I to the third column, that would- well, you already know that 2 of them, you already know that this is -1, right? So what would be smart? If I have an I, it's typically
I didn't see
-1.
that anybody, that's the thing.
I or -5.
Maybe I was talking like, are you lying? Can you just
You will. But do you understand what this means? So now, if I did, and then if I wanted to go I to the 4th, I to the 4th, wasn't that just 2 I squares? Now what is I squared? So what's -1 times -1? And you can repeat that as much as you want. So if I went over to the 5th, I to the 5th, well, 4 of them. Right?
You can get like
I can write it as 1, and then I would have 1 over Y, correct? That just becomes 1 I. Do I have to write 1 I? So it just becomes I. And if I went I to the 6th, well, 4 of those becomes 1, and 2 of them becomes -1. So what's 1 times -1? You see how the So if you know the first 4,
Have you seen it?
No, did he call him back too?
thanks for asking.
I need to learn this because I don't.
Yeah, yes. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go around.
Okay.
I don't wanna die over here. Too young to die. Right here. They're like cables going this way, cables going that way. And I was just like, I wasn't looking. I think I might have broke Dom's phone. Dominique.
Okay, this is 5I, not,
Cool.
right? No, and then for this one,
Why swirl you?
no, that's nothing. I was just double checking to see if that was the right one. This one would be 9. Right? Negative.
-9? Negative 9 what?
Negative 9. Well, why would it be negative 9?
That's a good question. Why don't you talk to her and see what you guys think?
Okay. And this is like this one, right? This one? So it'd be I7.
Yeah, nice job.
Okay. That's the same thing, right?
No,
This
no,
one?
you can be broken down, right? Pi factorize.
Oh, that's what you do to the. Okay. I got it.
You can also factor out some common factors.
Double is jealous. You can't do it because of your little trap phone. This one, that's for sure.
Is it 9I?
It does.
Or
Negative 9.
This phone goes through.
Peanut butter and pickles?
I'm just.
No, I know. Someone told me. This one I didn't try to get.
You know how you realize that I don't have that you charge? I gave you that figure with the house in charge. Like without I do it one day.
It's close to your heart.
It's in a way, just
You're not, shut up.
it's a waste of time to not do it.
I have this shit.
It's been since November 26th.
I thought it would be like gross.
Get it through your head. You don't have an uncle anymore. That's not accept that.
Nothing.
That's not. That's not.
It was kind of
It
cool.
failed. It failed. This one failed.
You don't have an uncle anymore.
I think if he's dodging your calls,
This is long. That's like
Wait, you didn't call him back.
But I guess that helps.
There's no way that.
Who was there? We're playing basketball. You want to see?
I like it on
Right there at the bottom.
Maybe that's hard to tackle.
I might want to. It was 6:42. It's worse.
All right, let's try these. Who's got the first one? Who got the first? You got the first one. Pay go.
5i.
5i. Can someone? Can someone verify that real quick, and then we'll talk about that. I don't know if you're right. I was with the work you showed me was good. Someone get that also? Yes. So they're agreeing with you.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
That.
What?
No, that. Don't make me second guess. Because then I'll get
Oh, I do that all the time. All right. So here's kind of the idea behind it. I could rewrite this. That's horrible. I can rewrite this as the square root of 25 times the square root of negative 1, right?
Yes.
Welcome back. Okay, let's try to get through this quick. I can rewrite that expression as this. I know that the square root of 25 is simply 5, and I can rewrite that as just I. So there's your 5i. Okay? For part B, is that negative protected or unprotected? Unprotected, so I get to cover it up. Do the same thing, right? That's going to give me square root of 81 times the square root of negative 1, which is 9i. And then remove your hand, you get negative 9i. Okay? Here, that is the square root of 7 times the square root of negative 1. So you're going to get square root of 7i. Now, you could do two things. Kind of dip down that little square root there so you know where it stops. Or right up front. It's probably clearer that way. Because technically this isn't wrong, but it confuses a lot since multiplication is commutative. Just throw that I to the front so that there's no confusion at all. Okay? But they're both technically correct.
But if we do it on math waves or
Did you say math weights? That's why you laughed. Okay. Don't do it on math way. If you do it on math way, you're definitely going to cut them off. Good catch, Chloe. No, it should not mark it wrong if you put it on the front and in the behind it, I guess is how we would call it. Okay. Next one. Who's got this one? What'd you come up with?
2i square root of 11.
2i square root of 11. Someone verify that? Yeah. All right. Cool beans. Nice job, guys.
I was so mad. I just ruined my day.
Okay. So, again, they're not wrong, but it is easy to make a mistake by including the I inside of the radical. So, try to make a habit of putting the I up front. Like I said, it's not wrong. I don't want to be rude and interrupt your conversation by talking, so I thought I'd wait for you. Okay, so here, what do you got? Try these out. These are new ones. These are multiplying now. Is it me, or have you guys noticed that like all of the word programs take forever to load now? Before they used to be like click click, oh,
They're not stocks right now.
and now they just like they're loading forever and a day. Are you serious? Do you ever get where you try to type and just go ding 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 ding, and it won't type anything at all?
No, but it'll just sit there and then itself.
Can't put overload. That's funny. Well, I mean, not funny, but it's funny.
That's not the answer.
Oh, you made me write that.
Just throwing that out there.
I didn't get that.
Just throwing that out there. That is not the square root of 30.
So, I feel like I did it wrong. So I got 30. I just put 30.
Is it really?
They don't even do that.
You're really confusing me now.
Huh?
You're really confusing me.
No, and I know that it's kind of instinct to go, oh, that's -6 times -5, which is positive 30, so it's the square root of 30. But realize that you have negatives inside each one of those radicals, which means you have imaginary values, okay, or you have I in there. So if you factor out, let me show you what's going on. This is actually I radical 6, correct? And you're multiplying that by I radical 5. So yes, you do get a radical 30 in there, but you have two i's, which becomes I squared. And what is the value of I squared? -1. And that's where the negative comes from. Okay, try the rest.
Do we have a full week next week?
Technically, yes. Technically, no.
Christmas.
Technically, yes, because we go all 5 days, but 2 of those days are half days. But they're not really half days because they're more like 2/3 days.
Yeah, so there's no point is finals like first, third, fifth, and second.
No, it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6. Oh.
She like said that exact thing.
Yikes.
What did you hear? That's my
I
question.
don't know. I do that a lot, and I guess I didn't think about it this time.
So for fourth hour, do I have to come?
Yeah, you have to do a typing test
Serious?
For what?
You better be joking.
because you're my assistant, right?
Yeah.
That's your guys' final.
What is it?
It's a typing test.
Do all.
You have to be able to type at least 20 words a minute.
I'm definitely gonna
Anything
get
under
that
that is going to be
made.
less.
How many
I
words?
think
Yeah.
I feel like you're joking.
No, they told us that everybody has to take finals. Did I not tell you that? Everybody
I
has
hope
to take
my
finals
final is something like.
I don't know if I can.
staple 40 papers together in 5 minutes.
now. I can text 20 words a minute.
Are you gonna give us something to type?
I'm just full of crap, dude. Don't listen to me.
Okay. I was like, wait, you're
Sounded
full of
good, though.
do I have to
disappointment.
come?
I'm full of disappointment. Ouch.
Disappointed now.
Why, you wanted to see her typing like crazy?
I can't.
Yeah, I
Are you
know.
one of
But then
those
I was
dudes?
really hoping you weren't serious because I don't think
That's
I
not a
would,
lot, actually.
I would fail my second hour then. Because I literally am the slowest typer on face. I've never been able to type.
Okay, do I have to come?
Yes. You need to be here.
Just get sick.
You have to be here.
Can you use marker? But does that mean when I come back, you're gonna like try to make a final or something?
Typing final.
Like, no, it needs to be.
Watch them send out like a stupid typing final
You
for
were
all.
absent, so.
Here's the typing final. Just
Okay.
marker absent.
Who has the next one? No, that's illegal. The next one? Go ahead.
That's happening.
Negative square root of
I missed class before.
35.
how?
Wait, no.
Which one? This one or that one? Oh, B's net. What the heck?
I was here to see.
I'm not even here today. Negative square root of 48. Now, 48 though can be simplified, can't it? So we'd have to go and try to simplify that. 48, what is it? 224, 212, 26, 23. So negative 4 radical 3? Yeah?
No, I?
No, I. How do you spell Mississippi with one I?
Huh?
How do you spell Mississippi with one I? Yes, you can. Mississippi. What was that? Fifth, maybe? Fourth grade? Huh? That is I root 35. I square root of 35. What happened? No, what happened?
I was gonna ask you something.
Here you go. I cut. The Simpsons used to kill me every time we did the prank call. Can I get Mr. Frilly on the phone? First name, first initials IP. All of them just killed me every single time prank call. Oh my god, it was the best. I need a hug. Anita. It's Anita. Looking for his hug, Anita. I need a hug. I need a hug. Are you here? I need a hug. Come on, everybody. I need a hug. So, Peyton, the first one has a negative in there. That becomes I square root of 5 times square root of 7. So I square root of 35. Cool? All right. Man!
Wait, so you made the math grade first?
I would get those out. Bye.
Scream. It's super loud.
I show up like this.
I'm gonna do it on
Something cute. I'm not gonna do something ugly. Yeah.
Here you go. I haven't been absent.
Huh?
I technically haven't been absent.
Technically.
You have been absent a lot.
No,
No.
because he goes in like math
Oh, that's true.
conferences.
Yeah.
No, but I had like 6 extra that I haven't used this semester.
I like I'm like
6 extras?
Yeah, like 6 days.
Yeah, that's how I remember.
Just missed the rest of the semester.
I get 10 sick days.
So do
Also.
I.
And 3 personal days. And I haven't used neither. Actually, I've used some personal time to go see my little girl at the brown bag lunch. I think I'm going to take some next week as well.
I wish my mom would have liked it that much as it did.
You never did brown bag lunch?
Well, like, my mom, so my grandma would go sometimes, but then my grandma couldn't, so I would sit with my friends' parents. Because, like, my family, my mom works in Phoenix, so she didn't like me.
Of course she liked you. She had you.
She didn't like me.
She
enough.
suffered through your childhood and adolescence.
I mean, I was not a babysitter.
How many siblings do you have? None? So she loves you extra most.
No, I was still kids.
She was the mistake her mom did.
Yeah,
Ow.
you're not wrong. She didn't want the kids.
That even hurt me. Not
Unless, you know, I
cool,
embrace
dude.
it. She likes me now, but I mean,
Now that you wipe your own butt or what?
no, now that she doesn't have to like feed me, and I can just go buy takeout and she likes me.
Oh,
Pretty much, I thought that for a long time.
I think it's just 4.
Someone hated me.
Can someone check that for me?
Come right over.
Whoa.
Oh, you just
Yeah?
reminded me.
Yeah.
I see. It might be. Is it?
I don't think
Negative
that's
4?
What's 80 divided by 5?
Yeah.
80 divided by 5.
That's 16. What's the square root of 16?
Oh. Yikes. So, would that be 2? Negative 2?
No, that would be 2i.
Oh, I was close. Just missing an eye.
You pirate. But this is how I really did it. I took out the 2 i's. So this is I and then I radical 5, right? And if you factor that out, you're going to get 4 radical 5. The i's make 1, and then the radical 5's make 1, so you're left with the 4. I wanted to make sure nothing funky was going on with i's.
I didn't even look at it, you did.
No, how much is he factor?
Why did you look at it? What? So what'd you say this one was going to be?
2i.
2i?
I want to know I'm right.
Can the
You're
homework
left.
be 5 questions again?
No,
Not
I'm right.
Oh my God.
Do you spell right the same way as like your right arm?
No.
Like if you're right, do you spell it the same way as your right?
Yeah. R-I-G-H-T.
Or you can say.
Why?
You know, you're
Because that's why it's so confusing. Like it's the same word for different things.
No,
longest time I've
It's not. You just said you were right.
yeah. Well, you could have said
Like,
correct.
when you
Like,
say
there's
turn.
another-
Yeah, but the word right is also appropriate, correct? Right, right.
No.
Yes.
So I could say right, right?
Yeah.
It's still the same thing. Same word twice for the same thing.
It's too early.
Is this recording today? Listen.
All right, recognizing complex numbers.
He's right.
Complex numbers have 2 parts to it. One part is the real part, which is going to be always at the front, and then the imaginary part, which is always on the right. Right?
Wait, don't.
That is a complex number. It has a real portion and an imaginary portion. Keeping it real. Nice. That was good. Not just cosine. Sine.
How long are the final like time?
1 hour.
Oh my.
Friday, you got 1 hour to do 10 questions.
So Friday?
Our final is 10 questions.
This Friday, you have the written portion. Then tomorrow, you have the chapter 8 test.
10 questions. What do you
Tomorrow's
mean?
the chapter 8 test?
Okay, actually, it's not 10
That
questions.
is kind of.
You know, you didn't.
Your chapter
tell
8
me
test?
until now.
No,
Where's the-
because in that you don't have no time to review for the written portion.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, wait, what's going on now? Do we have a test
Well,
tomorrow?
I'm saying you do your study plan.
Oh,
yes.
Thursday, and one time until Friday.
It is
Which
but
is next.
okay.
Wait,
How
said.
many is the choice?
Okay, when is $2
And you know what, Jamie College are always gonna get, they still get me. I
Okay,
can't plus
Oh,
for it sometimes.
so what are we doing tomorrow?
Monday, but
Test.
don't trust
On
me.
what? Okay, Thursday?
Review, written final,
I'm like 1%
Friday's first final?
or Friday's written final.
Is it the, like, the word questions we've been doing there?
No, similar, because you want to write in that style, correct.
But is it just like?
No,
the
they're gonna
whole
be
word
actual math
problems?
prompts, real math questions.
On what, everything we learned?
You're gonna want to, yeah. You're gonna need
Is
to,
it on everything from August?
everything.
Okay.
Oh
And
my
then Monday.
god.
And then Monday, we're reviewing for finals, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, for the final exam.
So is
Which
that,
will be
are you
pretty
gonna
much
give us, like,
study
a study
plan.
guide?
Study
Study
plan.
date.
Okay,
I'm just,
let's
just sit down there and just cry.
in the fetal position.
Don't joke
What
about
is
this.
this?
You don't know. You need to stop playing games. That's what you need.
I don't even know where that came
playing
from.
games right now. I'm gonna run her over with the car if she's not careful.
That's my parents used to always say to me.
That's not good.
Moving on.
I forgot that.
What?
Wait, did your parents really say that to you?
Okay,
Like once.
What the hell?
let's see what you guys can do with these complex numbers.
Oh, my heart hurts for you.
Complex.
You were there when they ran him over? They threatened him?
Yikes.
How old were you?
He's
I think it was
yesterday.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah. Past the statute of limitations.
Yikes.
There's a little hint for you guys there in the color scheme. You don't like it? What'd you get?
Thinking.
Oh,
Wait, how many questions is the final?
which one?
Too many.
The final.
Too many.
You mean Friday?
No.
No, we don't do first hour. Isn't it
The
Wednesday,
final.
Oh, next week Thursday. Oh, girl, one day at a time, please.
Friday? I said how many questions?
At most
Can you
one
make it a
week.
lot? Can you make it a lot of questions?
No, I cannot, because you only have like, what is it, an hour or 20 minutes?
Can you make it a lot of simple questions?
No, that's,
There
if
are
there
gonna
were
be
gonna be,
questions that we've
it'd
never
be
seen before.
few, deep, complex, let me sit here and think about this,
No.
ponder, lives.
You need like one of
Your
those.
question should be like, there's a 50-pound bale of hay and there's 3 bales, how much does it weigh?
What was that one weird one? If you got 10 watermelons in one hand and 5 watermelons in the other, what do you got? Some big hands. Like, who do you have? Oh,
They're really small ones.
or what do you have? A question, why would you want so many watermelons?
Some people like watermelons.
Yeah, but you put 10 in one hand and
I mean, maybe they're really small.
more like your arms. Look at that.
It's just impossible. Can we do this?
Okay. Remember, so I is like a variable, right? Kind of like x. So make sure you treat them the same. So if we're going to add these two, you want to add the real components first. So that's just 8. And then you can add the imaginary components. And that's just going to be negative 11. And there you go.
That's it. 8 negatives 11.
No, that's just simplified. There's no answer. We didn't answer anything.
Oh, I got it right.
All we did was simplify.
That's an answer though.
Not really.
So if they tell us to simplify it on the homework.
And then it's a
Maybe
wrong
something like that.
answer.
Okay.
Then it's not really wrong, right?
Yes.
I think I need to go home.
Yeah.
I think I got the next one.
You got the next one? What'd you get?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Tell me what you got. -9 minus 6.
No, it's not.
Anybody else get something different for the last one?
No, that's reasonable.
What do I get back?
Are we done?
-9 plus,
Minus.
wait.
Polito, what did you get? Can you verify that solution? Please do.
The choice.
Why?
Because you get -10 at the middle, so that's -9. And then when you subtract -5i and -3, you get -8. Then you add 2 and you get
Good job, Polito. Josh, put that phone away. Good job. You guys are so smart. How about now? We're subtracting.
I really thought we were done.
Is there? Oh, I know. Wait, do you have to distribute the subtraction sign?
You were saying that this was the fastest class like 2 months ago.
Well, it's not now.
It's not anymore, not since I stopped understanding it.
It's not because we don't have announcements no more.
I think it's that.
Oh, touche.
We still do
Because
have
now
announcements
second
actually.
hour is the fastest class.
So you're not understanding it?
I
How
know
many times have
this
you come to
is-
tutoring?
Turn it up.
So you made a choice.
I'm missing a test from like 6 weeks ago, bro.
So why don't you take it?
I have 2 homework set down.
Do you work also?
What do you have for that?
No, don't come during classes, it doesn't work.
What lunch do you have?
You ain't coming during my lunch. That's my sacred time.
I'm asking, what lunch do you have?
I have second lunch.
I am, okay.
That's my quiet time. That's me in the noons right there. So what is this? -5 plus I?
What about 5th hour? Plus I.
That's stats.
Okay, Arjun.
Would that be about time?
Yes. You could do 4th hour.
I have a different lunch.
And?
Right?
Oh,
I
you'd
got
be
that.
jumping into my lunch. No, never mind.
I got that.
You have to come after school. Good job. How about the bottom one?
I get out of
-4 minus 2i.
Negative what?
2i. -4 minus 2i. Are you saying that's wrong?
No, I was just waiting for more. Good job.
Did you get that?
I get out at 4th hour.
Okay, I think you get it.
Yeah, we get it.
Multiplying complex numbers. Come on, guys. Distributive property?
So 24i plus 18i squared.
Wait.
Is that correct?
Make sure that you write it down in the correct form. Once you're done.
Oh, no. So wait, are we multiplying? Oh, I got this.
I get out at 4th hour.
You get off at 4th hour, and they come in after lunch.
Alright,
And then I'll just have it open. You can sit in the bath and do it.
alright.
Cool beans. Cool beans.
It's probably for like last semester.
Do you like a 12i squared?
Yeah, but I squared was cool.
Watch out, Caliber.
So it's a negative.
The whole video is gone, bro.
Yes. I think kind of smart letters.
There you go.
What?
What if we put it the other way around? Does it matter?
Yes, because the rule said.
What are you doing? What was that again?
Oh, sorry.
I think I got it. What is this?
Oh, yeah. That part? Stay.
18 plus.
You have, remember, a complex number is always a real part plus the imaginary. So it has to be in that order.
I don't know how you went.
Okay, kind of like your coordinates, right? It's always x comma y. There's a specific order. That's why it's called an ordered pair. Same thing with complex numbers. It's got to be the real part first, and then you can add the imaginary portion to it. Cool. I want to see the ones with the two binomials like that. Can I change this one? Oh, speak of the devil. Let me see. That'd be 12 plus 16 is 38. 38, and then you'd have 24 minus 8, 16i, so 28 plus 16i. Pick something up there?
Did you say plus?
Yeah.
69?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
I could still choose you something there, aren't you?
I don't think
Just do it faster than hold the number.
Wouldn't it
Add
be?
and subtract the number.
Because math is a binary operation. You can only do it in one time.
Okay, negative 4i times 4i, wouldn't that be negative 16i squared, and then that would be negative 16. You're right. Oh wait, not negative 16, positive 16, but yeah.
But see, here's what you don't need to worry about. Is that here, even though that's negative 16, that's going to change this. All that does is change the sign of that. So then you can just add to that 12. So 16 plus 12 would give you your 28. And then you do your outside insides. So that's 24 minus 8. 69.
Can you put in the homework?
I have my card.
Okay,
I think if you do a lot of these on the test
the
tomorrow,
paperwork I have to
I passed it with a B. I did really good. Why
Is this on the test tomorrow?
You should
Oh, here, try right here.
just this on the test. Why do you have to fill all this stuff?
Homework tonight, same thing as yesterday. There'll be 5 more. But I really want you to write another one just like it. Just one is fine, Medea.
I thought last night we weren't supposed to do those.
So here, yeah, so this would be, 9 minus 8. And then you would have that plus that. So 12 plus 6, 18.
Just one? Are you positive it's one?
And Mr. Moody.
So I'm not about to do 6 again. But were we supposed to do all the 5 on homework?
Well, I guess you can read it, but like.
No, you could have done none of them.
And we'll still get credit for the homework if we did
If you
that?
did that.
Is that how it's gonna be tonight too?
Sure.
I still did the 5 minus 2.
You know what? I've never had my grades go up or down from doing homework.
No, because we didn't make the math work that way. But it would actually make it go down if you don't do it.
Well, I've never not done it, but like,
Yeah, my grade always drops there.
If you don't do it, it drops your grade.
Don't do what?
But if you do it, you maintain.
that's annoying.
That's
the great helper.
No!
That's not fine.
Yes.
No,
I'm doing
things are
the work,
changing.
but it's
That's not the way it should be anymore. Should you be paid for driving to work?
Yeah.
You should, but you don't.
You're wasting time.
I mean, I don't know, they picked it pretty well.
Then if you agree with it, we should. Then.
No. Well, I'm saying practice, you should want to practice.
But I don't.
Well, then that's your
I
bad.
have 3 classes.
I understand that. That's why I've been helping with the homework, have I not? I think I've been pretty considerate since day 1.
Yeah, but you're not taking Douglas's class.
Douglas's class.
I'm not, but that's why I'm saying I think I've been very considerate of you guys, not giving you tons of homework.
Douglas wants, makes me want to like jump off the bridge.
Because Douglas is going to change the world.
I think Keaton and I lost one of my papers.
She's gonna make writers out of you.
On the top of the stack, in front of him.
He did that to me yesterday. I was with
Yeah.
him.
Instead of emailing homework, I just come show